They crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me a whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick, I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaselina like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a sock, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harvey. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Throw them boys, we taking note. Call them up like set the day. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house show. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, the whole part. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call, I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the count, and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor, ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign, tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion, they can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole start. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our car. And I just made it call, we gon' start another war. Yeah.
Backstage. I know too.
I ain't finna tell you how I got away with this shit.
If I'm more right, that's good business. She look good, but hang with dumb bitches. Tell her I'm way too fly for one sister. And then she leave a priest, I won't miss her. Won't put a ring around it. Oh, no. Bitches for the street like basketball goals. I always knew she'd let that lane hit her. Won't get a cent from me, I ain't simple. Bitch, now I ain't gon' work it out. I ain't regular out. Now I ain't gon' work it out. I ain't regular out. You civilian out. Nah, failure out. I ain't gon' work it out. Cause I ain't regular out. I ain't regular out. You's a regular out. Took that bitch back. She done fed you out. Look how you living out. You look scary out. Can't fuck that bitch right. Cause she be getting nailed out. You won't forgive her, ain't it? You wanna love it, don't you? Just know that love ain't for you. It's for the world, homie. I got some real homies. We don't pretend, homie. It's UPK, One West. We kicking field goals. Let that bitch lead, ho. She got them D's, though. With a little stinking ass pussy. She be going beast mode. She HIV, ho. You dirty ass skeet, ho. Don't get that shit up out your chest, bitch. Say what you gonna do now, what you gonna say now, what you gonna do to me? It is UPK, I'm shot too deep, it's better Google me. I put these girls all in my training camp like I relieve. I say what I do and I do what I say, bitch, what the fuck you mean? If I'm more right, that's good business. She look good, but hang with dumb bitches. Tell her I'm way too fly for one sister. And then she leave a priest, I won't miss her. Won't put a ring around it. Oh, no. Bitch, you for the street like basketball goals. I always knew she'd let that lane hit her. Won't get a cent from me, I ain't simple. Bitch, now I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. No, I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. You a civilian out. Nah, failure out. I ain't gonna work it out. Cause I ain't regular out. I get paper, bro. Got my standards up. You a munchkin out. Catching these out. Check my favorite out. I'm a player out. These niggas top block, took your lead out. You shouldn't be worried about these broke ass bitches, and don't compare yourself to simp ass niggas, Had to shine a lot of these disparate ass women, Cause they be tripping hard, acting like they different, But a bit be basic, bit be horn, and bit be naked, faking, stankin', the shame is dirty, mouth bit be faking. I don't give two fucks about you, I wouldn't have put no baby in you. Bit be saying they got that paper, look, they let me itch. Done caught the penalty, hit my energy, got me feeling me. Ice hitting on these diamond teeth, that's into me. And I'm getting right, and I'm stacking up, and I'm getting to it. And these niggas hate, but they can't touch, cause I'm bulletproof. If I'm more, right, that's good business. She look good, but hang with dumb bitches. Tell her I'm way too fly for one sister. And if she leave the piece, I won't miss her. I'ma put a ring around it. Oh, no. Bitches for the street like basketball goals. I always knew she'd let that lane hit her. Won't get a cent from me, I ain't simple, bitch. Now I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. No, I ain't gonna work it out. I ain't regular out. You civilian out. Nah, failure out. I ain't gonna work it out. Cause I ain't regular out.
Goddamn, love them age damn dick, she love, man. Ain't no taking nothing back. Cause I ain't regular out. I got you.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, busy man shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga. I pray where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert, another cop can stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. Put that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening, is effective. If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jacob. Time war, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it Young Pay. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he said something, I ain't hear him. This shit like it ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the change. Six shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Sound check. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Make sure everybody can hear. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we 12, sir.
Most high Christ. All right. Shalom, shalom. This is Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge. So, positive Jordan. Understand? We under the leadership of Commander Jenny Hanna. What we teach is called Black Latinos and Native Indians are the true biblical Jews, according to the Bible, according to our theology. You understand? There's no some more that yet. Holding down the history / breaking the class in the spirit of the Most High. You understand? And most importantly, you understand, this is our motto. Him in a white society is truly the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? He has truly been brainwashing God's chosen people for years upon years. You understand? And we went in a little bit, you understand, doing the piece of dedication, you understand? But now, the piece of dedication is over, and now that holiday spirit is right all up in this, man.
Right.
You understand? That's what we love to do as a people, you understand? As far as Black Latinos and Native Indians, we love to go against God's chosen word. You understand? So what we're going to do today is we're going to get into a little history of Christmas, and then we're going to get into these scriptures to show you, man, that, you know, as Black Latinos and Native Indians, God's chosen people and trusted people, we have no idea what we celebrate, man.
Right.
You understand? And that goes for all these holidays, man. You understand? It's just not during this quote unquote holiday spirit, the Christmas and Hanukkah, you understand, and New Year's, and then over again, with the 1st of July, Valentine's Day, and all those other wicked holidays, your birthdays, Thanksgiving, Halloween, all that is crap to the Most High, man.
Right.
You understand? And we as Black Latinos and Native Indians, we should not be doing that, none whatsoever, man. None whatsoever, man. We should be doing those things. Why? Because the Most High tells us to do it. Doesn't tell us to do it. So, like in the Bible, you understand? In its history all throughout the earth, that will tell us, man, that we should not be celebrating these things, man. As far as Black Latinos and Native Indians only. You understand? Let white society do what the hell they want to do. You understand? Let these filthy Africans do what they want to do. You understand? These East Indians. You understand? Chinese and Japanese. Let them do exactly what they want to do. But when it comes to you, this is your oracles right here, man. You understand?
Right.
This is your word right here, man. You understand? So we're gonna start first with this article. Kaz, you got that article pulled up?
Okay.
Will they be able to see it online too?
Cause I can pull it up on the screen.
If you don't mind.
Okay.
Just so we can get a little context of this of Christmas, man. You understand? And you can read it from that actual title as well too. You understand?
Okay.
All right.
This is an article from Art of Living Monastery.com. Nimrod, Christmas, and the Antichrist. Why Christians don't celebrate Christmas. The history and future of Satan's plan.
You understand now? Like when it comes to articles and artifacts, you know what I'm saying? We gotta look at that face value, you know what I'm saying? Because we know in the truth that Christians celebrate Christmas. Just like that Christians celebrate Christmas.
Sure.
You understand? But what they trying to do is, you understand, now in like the older days, like when Christ around, at one given point in time, we were called Christians. Right. You understand? But it was more so followers of Christ.
Right.
You understand? But in this time, you understand, Christians can be anybody. You understand?
God.
So we got to make sure you understand that like we don't allow these words to in these word plays mess with our mind.
Okay.
Let's keep reading.
Shockingly, many who profess belief in God or the Bible repeatedly participate in worldly rituals instead of following God's word.
Keep going.
These rituals are more rooted in satanic practices and influenced by demonic forces than we may realize.
Keep going.
Understanding truth comes through studying God's word. Let's explore what God has to say about the connection between the origins of Christmas, Nimrod, and Satan.
You understand? We got to realize, man, that, if you truly want to learn something, you truly want to learn the history of something, you got to go to that origin.
Right.
You understand? Even with the Bible, you understand?
go to the origin of the Bible. You understand? Like, go to the origin of Christ himself. You understand? And the priests and prophets in the Bible themselves. You understand? Just don't believe it because we're saying it.
Right.
You understand? Of course, we're not going to tell you a lie, but you still want to be able to dig deep into this Bible and bring your questions and have study books. That's on our website that'll be able to line up perfectly with this Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta realize, man, that it's us and then it's everybody else.
That's right.
You understand? That includes fake Israelite groups. That include Christians. The quote unquote woke community. It's everybody against the ISUPK, man.
That's right.
You understand? And we touched on this last week, man. You understand? Because we bring out the truth according to the Bible, man. You understand? But when white society and all these heathen nations lie to you, you understand, or lie to us as a people, we just accept it. But when we tell you the truth, we gotta tell you how it started, how it was in the middle, and how it ended, as far as with history and information. You understand? And it's right in front of your faces.
Right.
So we're gonna get into this origin just a little bit. Like I said, and bear with me. This is a lengthy article, but it's informational, man. You understand? And we still gonna get the scriptures on Nimrod and of course the Christmas tree. You understand? The brothers are here. They already know that. You understand? But for the ones that I don't know, of course, so we're gonna get that scripture. But if y'all can just bear with me, like I said earlier, this is a lengthy article, and we're gonna try to get through majority of it. You understand? But if we don't, you understand, the brothers can share it. You understand? Y'all see it on your screen, and y'all can read it at your own time. All right. Let's keep reading, if you don't mind, Cobbs.
Okay. The book, all of this and so much more will be that's the ritual of Christmas, right?
Let's see here.
At first,
let's explore. You see that where it says shockingly, it's like towards the end. It's right above the book.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Where it says let's explore.
Okay, come. Let's explore what God has to say about the connection between the origins of Christmas, Nimrod, and Satan. And what do these practices have to do with Satan's upcoming plans for our near future?
Keep going.
The book. You want to read the promotion?
Go down to the ritual of Christmas.
All right, come. The ritual of Christmas.
You understand? And this is very important that we allow this to be all throughout our mindsets, man. You understand? Because, of course, when the priests and prophets tell you, you understand, Black Latinos and Native Indians, they don't want to hear this. So now we're about to get into 9 out of 10 times this article is probably published by a so-called white man. You understand? Because they always say, man, the best thing if you want to hide something from an Israelite is what? Put it in the book, man. Put it in the article. You understand? Because they look down on us, man, and they show us the truth right in front of our faces, and then laugh at us when we follow their customs and their lives. You understand? And wanting to be like them.
Right.
You understand? You gotta realize, man, that you gotta have that thin line between white societies, as far as being cordial with them, and then understanding our laws, such as in commandments and our cultures. You understand?
Right.
And our history. You understand? That's very, very concrete, man, but it's so overlooked. You understand? You gotta start back to the basics, man. You understand? Like, we gotta go back to the basics of this Bible, and what the truth entails, man. Let's keep going.
Okay. The ritual of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
The word Christmas comes from the Middle English word Christmas, which comes from the Old English word Christus Massey, and which means Christus Mass. It doesn't take much digging to discover that this human-made holiday was created by the Roman Catholic Church as a Catholic ritual.
As a what?
As a Catholic ritual.
As a Catholic ritual. You understand? And the Catholics, they're supposed to be the ones that's quote unquote following after God.
Right.
You understand? Following after the Most High. You gotta realize, man, that a lot of stuff that we're celebrating as a people is stemmed from that Roman Catholic Church, man.
Yes.
And those nasty, disgusting Greek gods, man.
Right.
You understand? You gotta realize, man, that 9 out of 10 times Roman Catholic Church is the father of all lies, man. When it comes to history, man. You understand? And things that we're not supposed to be doing at Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, man.
Right.
Let's keep going.
So, come on. Christmas has nothing to do with Jesus.
Say that one more time, Makaz.
Christmas has nothing to do with Jesus.
Say it one more time, Makaz.
Christmas has nothing to do with Jesus.
It's right there, right in front of our eyes.
Right.
You understand? But we as a people are so brainwashed, and we would say that what? Oh, it's Christmas is Christ's birthday. It's Christ's birthday. You gotta be in the season. You gotta do this for Christ. Do it for the kids. They celebrate their birthday. Why Christ don't have a birthday? We supposed to celebrate this and that. So,
right.
Man, like, we can only say so much. You understand? We can only give you the truth so much. It's right in front of your eyes, man. Read that again, Makaz, please, Bubba Shah.
Come on.
Do it where Christmas has nothing.
Okay. Christmas has nothing to do with Jesus or his birth. And it has everything to do with Nimrod. With Nimrod and Satan.
I realize, man, that has everything to do with Nimrod and Shaitan. You understand? Because guess what? If it's not of the Most High, then it has to be of some other type of entity that's evil. You understand? That's going to draw you away from the Most High. It's going to draw you away from these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? You got to realize, man, that just because we don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster no more, that that's it.
Right.
Man. It's way more to this truth, man. Way more, man. And things that you have to do, and more importantly, things that you have to sacrifice, man,
right,
and dedicate. You understand? We just got done with the true Hanukkah Feast of Dedication.
Right.
We got done with that. You understand? Realize, man, that this truth should not be taken lightly, man, whatsoever. None whatsoever. Keep going, please.
Christmas has, it's like,
you can read that again.
Christmas has nothing to do with Jesus or his birth, and it has everything to do with Nimrod and Satan.
Go ahead.
Jesus didn't create or encourage a holiday around his birthday. God didn't forget to include the exact day. Its absence from the Bible is intentional. Instead, Jesus warned us repeatedly against the dangers of religion and its rituals. But let's dig a little deeper.
You understand? Now, I want you to go, because this article does have some nice, decent scriptures with this. Go to, if you don't mind, brother, if you can go to Luke chapter 12 and verse 1.
God.
You understand? We're gonna read it out of the KJV. You understand? And it says right here, man, that Christ warned us of these things that was going to come, man. You understand? He knew how simple our minds was and how simple it was for white society and all these different type of nations to confuse us and to brainwash us from doing exactly that is against the Most High.
Right.
It's very, very easy to brainwash so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, man. You understand? We're witnessing it every single day. It's very, very sad to say, but it's true, man. You understand? We can be manipulated very, very quickly and very, very easily, man. Look at the Christian church, man. You understand? Hasn't the Christian church manipulated God's chosen people for far too long?
Right.
You understand? And here we are, we in 2025, quote unquote, about to be 2020, so-called 2026. And we still don't know that December 25th is not Christ's birthday.
Right.
You understand? That means what? That means that we have a little bit more work to do, brothers and sisters.
Right.
You understand? With bringing God's chosen people to this truth. Go ahead, brother.
The book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 1. In the meantime, when there were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people, insomuch that they trod one upon another, he began to say unto his disciples, first of all, beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy.
You understand? We gotta realize, man, that everything that is against the Most High is hypocrisy, man.
Right.
It's wrong. You understand? We should not be following it, man. You understand? We should not be doing those things, man. we gotta realize, man, that when it comes to this truth, man, we gotta truly hearken to the Most High words, man, and not listen to what everybody else has to say, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything that Black Latinos need and Native Indians need to know, guess where it's at? It's in this Bible, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, we have to follow the laws of the land. You know what I'm saying? We have to do those things, but when it comes to our laws, when it comes to our statutes and commandments, when it comes to our dietary law, when it comes to how we should be treating our brothers and sisters, this is in the Bible, man.
Right.
You understand? And these are the things that we should be following day in and day out, every single day, striving for that perfection, striving to be a better nigga on earth.
Right.
You understand? Striving to be a better sister on this earth, man. You understand? Striving to be a better child and a better better daughter and a son.
Right.
You understand? To your parents. Realize, man, this thing is serious, man. I realize, man, that we are in the midst of World War III, man, and we still stay December 25th is Christ's birthday, man. It just boggles my brain, man, to just how we are just so easily influenced, man, and so easily brainwashed, man. You understand? When it's right in front of our eyes, man. You understand? We want to be looking up in the skies and, oh man, Christ will come back this day. Christ will come back this day.
Right.
You understand?
God.
When we should be focusing on this work, man. When we could be focusing on what? Bringing Black Latinos and Native Indians in this truth, man.
Right.
This for a Bible card?
No. I was trying to see if it was. I was trying to see if it was just KJV.
Okay, I got you. You understand? We gotta take this thing just a little bit more serious. You understand? Let's skip down the cars to back in the article where it says who is Nimrod.
Okay.
We're gonna go over the pagan sun gods. You know what I'm saying? That's some other type of Roman, Catholic ritual, and we don't go over that yet. So we're gonna focus on Nimrod. We're gonna focus on Christmas. We're gonna focus on shit. Latinos and Native Indians be worshiping.
Okay.
Hold on, real quick. We got a couple questions on the topic that I want to address this real quick.
Okay.
And stop me if we get questions on the other side. Okay.
Okay.
It says, this is P. He says, "Is you Jewish, bro?" No, we are not Jewish. You understand? That prefix "ish" means to be like. You understand? We are the true Jews according to the Bible, according to archaeology. So no, we are not Jewish. You understand? White society that's over there right now in Israel, they are the fakes. You understand?
Right.
Let's see. Keith Quaylen says, yeah, my brother, Christ, what do you think about whites? I don't think anything about whites, man. You understand? The real question is, what does white people think about me? What does white people think about Black Latinos and Native Indians?
Right.
That's the question that we should be asking ourselves.
Right.
You understand? And it's always, God, man, we go through this all the time. Man. It's always something where it be proving our point in class.
Right.
You understand? It be proving our point in class. Here we are talking about separating from white society in their heathen ways and their holidays, and then somebody come and ask me, well, what do you think about white people? What do they think about me? You understand? That's the real question. What does white society think about me?
Right.
You understand? What does white society think about God's chosen people? What does white society think about Pookie from the block? You understand? What does white society, think about them? That's the real question right there, Keith. You understand? We gotta realize, man, that separation is the best thing for Black Latinos and Native Indians when it comes to these other nations.
Right.
Go ahead, brother. You got a comment?
Oh yeah, this comment. It should be common sense how segregation is better for us. Because really think about it, back then, black on black crime was way lower.
Mm-hmm.
Sisters was dressing more modest, not shaking ass all the time. But then when we mingled, it's all of a sudden we start doing that. But yet people somehow don't see how being around them is a problem more than it is a solution. Yeah, that's all I just had to say on that.
Hey, man,
Right.
that's, man, very heavy, man. Get that brother a hand, man. Just to piggyback off that, man. You know what I'm saying? I miss the sisters, man, that have those big old afros, man.
yeah.
Just covered up all the way. You understand? But you can still see that figure.
Right.
You understand? Brothers looking austere, you know what I'm saying? They not wearing skinny jeans. You know what I'm saying? None of that. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some brothers that are, you know, like very tall and like they have to wear those skinny jeans. But I'm talking about, you know, like the normal average brother wearing skinny jeans.
Right.
You understand? That's just not right whatsoever.
Right.
You understand? So we gotta realize, man, that we gotta embrace our culture. And guess what? This is how we were in the Bible, man. You understand? We were a modest people. You understand? Sisters wasn't around here, you know, half dressed naked, and you know, like men, they wasn't wearing, you know, like those very, very tight shirts or anything of that nature, man. You understand? We were true men of war. You understand?
Right.
So we gotta realize, let me see here. I said, no, brother, we need to be all one. See what I'm saying? Like that's the, you know, like what we talking about here, man?
Sure.
He said, no, brother, we need to be all one. Okay. Keith, I have and it's just like a cost for going off.
No, it's awesome.
Keith, what has joining with white society done for blacks in the hood? Please answer that question. That's a question. You understand? Because if we all need to be one, shouldn't we be in those high rises?
Yeah.
You understand? Shouldn't we be owning Fortune 500 companies?
Right.
Shouldn't we be doing those things? So answer me that, Keith. Why aren't we doing those things? You understand? Why is it, you know, white society, you know, doing great things for God's chosen people? You understand? And I'm not just talking about the ones that are rich, because guess what? There's nothing wrong with being a black man or a Hispanic or Native Indian man that's rich. I'm talking about the poor, man. My Bible says the poor is going to inherit the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
So you tell me, Keith, what is white society doing for poor black Latinos and Native Indians? I can give you an answer, but I just want to give you a little, you know, like give you a little shot to just see what your answer gonna be. It's like, we're gonna go back to that article. All right?
Yeah, okay.
I just want to see what Keith has to talk about, man, if he's still in here. Keith, I'm gonna give you about 17 more seconds, and then we're gonna move on, brother. And I'm gonna answer the question for you. All right. Okay, he said he already answered. He said that we are all the same. Okay, all right, man. You definitely wilding out, man. You know what I'm saying? I want you to ask Donald Trump what is he doing to our Hispanic brothers right now? You understand?
Right.
I want you to ask Barack Obama what did he do for the LGBTQ plus community.
Right.
You understand? Because a lot of people don't realize that Barack Obama, he was the, you know, he signed that same-sex marriage law. You understand?
Right.
And Joe Biden ran with it. You understand? So, and we know that we know that this is not according to the Bible. Why? Because the Most High is totally against it.
Right.
So once again, Keith, what has white society done that's benefiting God's chosen people, particularly the ones that are less fortunate? You understand? Wait a little minute. You understand? No sweat. No, ain't no thing, man. You understand? And he said it doesn't matter about skin color, man. Is, you know, I think I'm just gonna have to stop talking in the comments. It's just like it's getting to the point where it's like, you know, we really can't say for, you know, like certain type of brothers, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to love white society, by all means do that, man. You know what I'm saying? But when we're bringing out this truth according to the Bible, don't try to come in between that. Man. You understand? And guess what, man? Skin, you know, like skin color, it, you know, like I see where your stance on it, you know, like it's like you're trying to make it white and black. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at Blake Griffin, I don't know if you know the basketball player Blake Griffin, he's very, very fair skinned. And guess what? His father is a dark skinned brother. You understand? And you look at his kids are very, very fair skinned. But that doesn't mean that, like he's not a black man. You understand? So, like we can't really focus on that skin color, whatever the case may be. But what we can focus on is our damn selves.
Right.
And not focusing on white society. And not focusing on all these other different type of nations and heathen customs. You understand? That's one thing that we should be focusing on. You understand? And man, like it just rears, like it just rides me up, man, to just see a black brother that loves white society. It's like, what have you been looking at for the past, 17 years?
Right.
What have you been looking at? You understand? We went over last week that it was a brother that was hanged in where was that Milwaukee? Was that Milwaukee or Minnesota? It was
Milwaukee. Yeah, it was Milwaukee.
You understand? In 2025, this happened in October. He just got hung on a tree. You understand? He just got hung on a tree. And we're talking about joining hand in hand with white society. You understand? It was a brother out in Cali a few years ago. Hell, he got hung from a basketball hoop, man.
Right.
Well, you telling me that I should join hand in hand with white society? You understand? And we right here in the quote unquote Bible Belt, man. You understand? We're what? We're realistically, you understand? Of course, we know that slavery, like the slavery within the in the 40s and 30s from the 60s, that's over with. But guess what? Here in South Carolina, it just got ended, man. Shoot, maybe like 5-7 years ago.
Right.
You understand? There's been so many articles on Hispanics and black people being slaves to this day, man. You understand? And we in the 2020s, man. And we're still slaves, and we say, oh man, it's all about joining hand in hand. It's all about, being showing that kind hearts. Oh man, fuck that, man. Listen, I want that separation, and I want that line to be thick.
Right.
You understand? I'll be cordial with them, you understand? Work with them, stay with them, where the case may be. But when it comes to serving the Most High, man, guess what? I'm 10 toes deep, man. Right. You understand? So white society, man, listen, when it comes to white society, man, the best solution for that, and this is some advice, man, is to truly separate from them, man, and come back to your origin, man. Come back to the origin of the Most High, man. Come back to this Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible is truly, guess what, man? This is your constitution, man. Yeah, white society, they have their constitution. Yeah. You understand? We're living in white society constitution, man. You understand? And we are not equal. You understand? Us and white society are not equal. They have made that known. Right. You understand? You see how many, like just to touch on police brutality just a tad bit, and then we're gonna get back into this article. You understand? Police brutality, man, has been going on since slavery. You understand? Back in the day, they used to call them slave catchers, man. Yep. You understand? And then police, and then officers, and then they came detectives, and sergeants, and lieutenants, and captains, and like whatever the case may be, man. You understand? But that all stemmed from slavery, man. You understand? Because guess what? Because when the slave used to run away free, you understand? They would call the slave catchers to do what? To go get them, man. You understand? And guess what? Those slave owners, guess what? They wanted them back dead or unalive. You understand? So we got to realize, man, and guess what? That's happening in 2025 right now. You understand? We just told you that a brother was just found hung in October. You understand? We just told you that modern day slavery just ended not too long ago in the southern states, right? Particularly right here in South Carolina. Shit. You tell me that I need to join hand in hand with white society, man. And white society is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Man.
That's right.
You understand? And we would never join with them, man. We have no reason to join with white society, man. All right. So keep saying no. The Bible doesn't speak on that. Well, Keith, pull me a scripture, Keith. Pull me a scripture that says that God loves everybody and that we should join hand in hand with white society. It's like guys. I don't like to go back and forth too much on TikTok, but this this creates some strife with You know, everybody else.
Yeah.
All right, Keith, since you're not going to pull a scripture, we're going to ignore you. You understand? And we're going to go to who is Nimrod. Matter of fact, guys, go back. You know what? Since he's right here, right now, go back to that part where it says Christmas has nothing to do. Read that and then go back down to who is Nimrod. And Keith, I want you to look. I want you to listen to this very, very. I want you to have both of your ears wide open for this, man. You understand? You got it, guys?
Okay.
Go ahead.
The ritual of Christmas. Christmas has nothing to do with Jesus or his birth, and it has everything to do with Nimrod and Satan. Jesus didn't create or encourage a holiday around his birthday. God didn't forget to include the exact day.
Now, Keith, and this is my last time, Keith. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that right there? What do you think about Christmas? What do you think about that, Keith? What do you think about that, Keith? Oh, man. Nayar. Guess what he said, Nayar? Take a wild guess. Please, Nayar, just take a wild guess what he said.
It's so many. I haven't heard it all. It's hard. It's hard to chew. Either he said again that Christ loves everybody, or he said, "Oh, John 3:16."
You talking about the scripture he put?
No. What you just read, Kyle.
On that. Okay, so he either said
just on that time, right there, where Kyle just read, where he said Christmas had nothing to do with Jesus.
Or
he said that's a lie.
Yes, he said that that's a lie. He said that that's Jesus' birthday, brother.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what I was thinking.
This is the issue right here, man. You know what I'm saying? We have a common enemy, but it's a majority of us that wants to, pamper our enemy and have soft spots around our enemy because truly we fear our enemy. You understand? We fear our enemy. And we should not be doing that. You understand? We should not be doing that. So once again, Keith, you gotta realize, man, that Christmas has nothing to do with Christ whatsoever, but has everything to do with Nimrod. All right. Go ahead.
I just had a little part from some another article.
Please, come on.
It says that Christ was not born or anywhere near December 25th.
Nowhere near it.
The Bible nowhere commands keeping Christ's birthday.
Come on,
The
Keith.
New Testament church never kept it.
Come on now, Keith. And we can tell you, in the Bible where it talks about, like the taxes and all that, and Christ was probably born around that given time. But we gotta realize, man, that in December and January, that it's very cold. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just gotta use logic. You know what I'm saying? If they're saying that Christ he was found in the manger, you know what I'm saying? Why would anybody be outside in that cold weather? You know what I'm saying? And it is very cold over there.
Right.
Very, very cold. Sometimes we just gotta use common sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, the Bible supports it as well, as far as Christ not being born around that given time. But we gotta realize, man, that sometimes we just gotta use common sense, man.
Right.
Sometimes we gotta use that common sense. All right, let's go to who's gonna go to who is Nimrod?
Okay.
And Nayar, you know what I'm saying? Like chime in anytime you want to, brother.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, what did you say it again?
Who is Nimrod?
Oh, that last part was on. All right, go.
It should be like a title that says "Who is Nimrod?"
There it is. All right. Who is Nimrod? Before the flood, Noah had 3 sons, and one of them was named Ham. Later, Ham had a son named Cush, and Cush's son was Nimrod. So Nimrod was Noah's great grandson.
You understand now? Now let's get that in the compact in the Zion Compact Bible Dictionary.
Okay.
There's one up. No, I think it's right here. Yeah. Ham. You understand? And but I want you to go to what's that? Genesis chapter 10. I want you to just hold that right there, okay? You got that, Cos?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
This is the definition of Ham out of the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Ham, the descendants of the original Ham.
Wait, is it Ham I'm thinking of, or is it go with it when it talks about the
youngest son of Noah?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood,
Keep going.
and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
You understand? Now, this is very, very important. Now, you understand? Of course, he did become the progenitor of the dark races. But keep going.
Not the Negroes.
So we gotta realize, but it was a separation. You know what I'm saying? Just like what was that? Esau and Jacob.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a spiritual thing right there. You know what I'm saying? It was a separation. You know what I'm saying? Now we're saying that Ham, he became the progenitor of the dark races, but guess what? Not us niggas. You understand? Not us Negroes.
Right.
That's a separation. You understand? And we gotta realize that we gotta separate from being wanting to call ourselves quote unquote Africans and Africans Americans. You understand? Keep reading the cause.
Not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
You understand? You gotta realize, man, that Ham, he did have a son named Cush, and Cush's son was named Nimrod.
Right.
You understand? And we gotta realize, you understand, like when we're wrapping all of this around, we're gonna see as we continue to read this article. But what I want to do now is we're gonna pause on that article just right now.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go to Genesis. We're gonna go to Genesis chapter 10 and verse 8.
Genesis chapter 10 and verse 8. And Cush begot Nimrod.
We got who?
Nimrod.
Keep going.
He began to be a mighty one in the earth.
You understand? Keep going.
He was a mighty hunter before the Most High. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Most High.
Understand? You gotta realize, man, that Nimrod, he did have that power, man. You know what I'm saying? He was a true mighty hunter. You understand? Like one of the great hunters that have ever lived this earth, man. You understand? But you gotta realize, once again, it's that separation. Just because he was somebody mighty doesn't mean that he was a Hebrew, which would have been back in this time, or God's chosen people. You understand? We gotta realize that this happened before what? This happened before Jacob. You understand? This happened before Israel.
That's right.
You understand? So we gotta realize that there's that thin line. You understand? And of course, he even talks about like the East Indians. You know, something like within the Bible that they're going to be blessed. You understand? Doesn't mean that there's God's chosen people. You understand? Hell, man, look at Esau right now. You understand? They over there calling themselves Jews, the true Jews of God.
Right.
According to the Bible, that's a damn lie. Huh? Just because somebody is great and mighty doesn't mean talking about a nation of people doesn't mean that they're the chosen elect of the Most High. Huh? And we gotta get that out of our mindsets as well too, as a people. Huh? Was about to say something, guys?
No, sir.
Let's
Oh well, it's like we got a couple people checking in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like earlier we had Trooper Rottazak checking in.
It's on crack.
And we got Sister Isaiah checking in, the River Officer Amawad. She since she commented 2 times. Oh yeah, I was like, and we got we got I guess Meach checking in, Meach Road from Southern California area.
Okay, I'm on crack, brother.
Then we have sis said, she said fear and unless they truly understand common sense is common sense.
Mm-hmm.
And she said you gonna do right or do wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what she said.
There's no middle line, man. And
Right.
that sister is very, very right. You know what I'm saying? My father, mighty brother down here in South Carolina, I'm a wild man. Love that brother to death, man. You
Right.
understand? And that sister said something very, very heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? Either we're gonna do right or we're gonna do wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing in between or in the middle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Bible talks about, he'd rather you be hot or cold.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that lukewarm shit. Stuff. So like,
God.
you understand? And like other words, you know what I'm saying? Either you rocking with this truth or you not. Guess what? So be it. You understand? That's your choice. You understand? That's God's chosen people's choice, whether they truly want to serve the Most High or whether they want to serve the earth or serve white society. You know what I'm saying? Or serve these heathen customs, which one of them that we're reading about right now. You understand? You can't be lukewarm. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You can't be, 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You know what I'm saying? You can't have your left side of the brain in and then your right side of the brain out. You understand?
Right.
We gotta stand firm on this thing, man. Keep on reading the cause. I think it's about to get into some more of Nimrod. And like I said, once again, this is Linkley. We did get into that into Nimrod. We got a few more scriptures to get into as well too, but I want to pinpoint on this article because you know what I'm saying, we in the so-called quote unquote holiday spirit, and Christmas is what it's sometime this week. Thursday, Friday.
On Thursday.
Thursday or Friday, one of them days. Go ahead, guys.
Okay. Now Cush became the father of Nimrod. He became that's the scripture that just quoting it.
Read upon first reading.
Upon first reading this, one might assume that Nimrod was a wonderful guy,
Mm-hmm.
but that only appears true to those who haven't read the rest of the Bible.
Now that part right there is so heavy, man. You understand? Because we just read a passage that just made Nimrod just look like he was, like he was sitting next to God. You understand? But of course, once we went into the Bible dictionary to just show you that he wasn't of God, or he wasn't of a God's people. You understand?
Right.
Then you get to kind of understand, okay, well, shoot, maybe he's not really a great guy. Let's keep on reading, though.
But that only appears true to those who haven't read the rest of the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
The word before used here is the Hebrew word panayam, which means to face, battle, or to stand against.
Mm-hmm.
Even without a Hebrew translation, as we read further, it becomes evident that Nimrod was in direct conflict with God.
He was what?
In direct conflict with God.
He was in direct conflict with the Most High, man. It was what? That if it wasn't of the Most High, then what? It was of Shaitan.
Right.
It was of evil. You know what I'm saying? It was of some type of customs and some type of rituals.
Right.
You understand that what? That God's chosen people should never follow. So keep reading.
Okay.
The first use of word.
Okay. I got it. The first use of the word became here is the Hebrew word of Yalad, which means to bear, bring forth, or to help to be born.
Mhm.
And it refers to Cush becoming the father of Nimrod,
Mhm.
as we would expect.
Let's keep reading.
Okay. Interestingly, the second word translated to English as became and used to describe Nimrod is a different Hebrew word, halal, which means to pollute, profane, defile, desecrate, violate, dishonor, to wound, pierce through, as if by an opening wedge.
You understand? You just read exactly what, you know what I'm saying? In this term, what, Nimrod was meaning within that particular scripture, man. It says to pollute, profane, defile, disgrace, violate, dishonor, you understand, to wound, pierce through as if by opening a wedge.
Right.
You understand? We got to realize, man, that Nimrod was totally against the Most High, man, totally against God. You understand? And as we read, you understand, we're gonna get into how we know and how we have undeniable proof that Nimrod was truly, truly against the Most High and truly against God, man. Because he's gonna do an act that is totally against the Bible.
Right.
You understand? Undeniable. I mean, straight, blatant, straight to the point. You understand? He just did something disgusting. Let's keep reading.
Okay. These words describe Nimrod's life, but also represent the actions of the fallen angels when they choose to create half human, half fallen hybrids against God's will. We know that once the bloodline is tainted with the things that are no longer fully human, they're no longer God's creation. And it's an open door to the power and destruction of Satan.
You understand?
Yeah, that's it.
You understand? Like, we gotta realize. You want to say something, Kyle, about
Yeah, kind
it? Go ahead.
Like
it down.
Like they said, saying a half human and a half angel hybrids, which we know Christianity fully supports.
Right.
And, the one man we already know, saying Yahushua, which is supposed to be, Christ. They created him out of being a demigod.
Come on, man.
Half man, half human.
God.
That's even in Greek mythology. Say the same thing to say that, that's against, God's creation, which is us having a bloodline. It takes all of that out of it.
I'm trying to tell you, man. That's 100% true. He's about to say something.
I was just gonna say, Captain Yawasp had a class called "Fallen Angels Do Not Exist." Like, I watched that class. That class was deep. Like, I really woke up after watching that class. Like, we break down in Genesis, like, sons of God being, just righteous men mingling with the wicked seed of the king. That's all it was. It wasn't like fallen. Yeah, angels don't do that.
Right. Exactly. And that's probably too. You know what I'm saying? Because in Black Latinos, Native Indian minds, our minds is so concrete and so far fetched within white society. We would think that fallen angel means that somebody really falling down from the sky, and like they're just gonna, they're gonna touch earth, and they're just gonna just do all these great things and be mixed and mingled with wicked things. No, we gotta get out of that mindset of a philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Because we believe that in a Christian setting that that angels are babies. You understand, with 2 wings and small rockets. You understand? We have that concept in our mind as a people. You understand? But when we read this Bible, man, it talks about the angels, the true angels, being described as monsters. You understand? Being described as like some manly figure that has strong calf muscles and all these wings and all these eyes and all these heads. You understand? It has the appearance of man. Come on, man. Like, we gotta get out of that mindset of a Christian philosophy. That's all it is, man. That's just the philosophy of Christianity messing up our mindset.
Right.
There ain't too much Enoch.
Come on, man. Go ahead, Kaz. You want to say something else?
No, I'll finish it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Where that's that?
The name.
Name Nimrod.
Okay. The name Nimrod means rebellion and is referred to as a rebel against the Lord. Interestingly, Satan is best known for his rebellion against God.
Come on, man. What we talking about here, man? You understand? We gotta realize, man, that these entities and that these things that we are following as a people, as a whole, is totally against the Most High, man. Totally against God. And guess what? It always has been.
Right.
You understand? This Bible was here way before we was even thought of, man. You understand? And we're reading it now, and we're finding what? The truth in it, man. And that's such a beautiful thing, man, to be able to find the truth in this Bible and find truth in history. Right. You understand? We're reading about Nimrod, and guess what? Nimrod is in the Bible.
Right.
You understand? We just read his word verbatim. Nimrod. He's in the Bible. Now we're digging deep into the history of Nimrod and seeing exactly who Nimrod was, man.
Right.
And what he stood for, man. And was he with God or was he against God? And we just read that what? He was a rebel against the Most High, man. Now, how can we stand for something that is totally against the Most High and we say that we're for God? You understand? And we say that what? Oh, man, you know what? Everything's going to be all right. You know, I forgive Nimrod. Did God forgive Nimrod? You understand? Is Nimrod even one of God's chosen people?
Right.
These are the questions that we have to be asking ourselves, man, day in and day out, man. Time after time, day after day, man. We have to do this, man. We have to challenge ourselves, man. We have to, man. Go ahead, Akash, please.
Okay. The rebellion against God, which began with pride, and some of those who followed him, known as the fallen angels, are part of what's known as the rebellion. It's like as the great rebellion. Rebellion against God only leads to darkness.
Only leads to what?
To darkness.
You understand? We gotta realize that part right there is very heavy, man. You understand? When you rebel against the Most High, when you rebel against this Bible, you understand? You're gonna find yourself going into a dark place, man. And once you're in that dark place, guess what, man? There's gonna be no more light, man.
Right.
You understand? You may be able to, like walk in a, you may be able to walk on earth. And I'm not talking about, like an actual physical light. You're saying it's always going to be day and night. But when it comes to, particular brothers and sisters, they're going to be in that darkness. Why? Because they're following after something that is totally against the Most High, man. You understand? Christians are rebels against the Most High, man. They truly are, man.
Right.
I can say that full-heartedly and totally mean it, man. Yeah. Christians are rebels against the Most High, man. They can say that they love God and like we're doing it for the kids and like we're doing it because of Christ's birthday. But when you say that and it's not lining up with the scriptures and it's not lining up with history, you're a rebel against the Most High, man.
Right.
You are truly against the Most High. And you should not be opening up this Bible whatsoever. You should not be learning from this Bible. Learn from everyone else. All these other heathen nations, man.
Right.
Keep going, Akash.
And pride runs deep in Nimrod. From before his birth, placed in his name, and he followed through in his heart with his actions against God. Nimrod is a dark entity after Satan's own heart.
You gotta realize, man, that Nimrod is the reason for this season. You understand? Nimrod is the reason for this season right here. Man. You understand? But
no, I was just laughing because I hear what you say. He's the reason for the season. Usually Christians say Jesus is the reason for the season, but it's Nimrod's season.
I'm trying to tell you, Nimrod is the reason for the season. Man. You know what I'm saying? You need to quote that. You know what I'm saying? That everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody know, man, that Jesus is not the reason for the season, man. Nimrod is the reason for the season. And guess what? We're about to read a little bit more on Nimrod. Keep going.
Okay. Nimrod's mother and wife. Oh, that.
Wait.
You got
You about to say something?
No.
You sure? Go ahead, brother.
So, mother and wife, please tell me it's talking about two different people, right?
We about to read, brother. We about to read, brother. Go ahead, Akash.
Nimrod's mother and wife.
Mm-hmm.
Nimrod married his mother.
He did what, guys?
Married his
He
mother.
did what, guys?
Married his mother.
Now, is that against the Most High, or is that for the Most High?
Against the most.
You understand? Is that for the Most High? Is that or against the Most High? You understand? He said it's in his name. He's a rebel of the Most High, man.
Right.
You understand? Nimrod married his mother.
Yeah.
And we know that that is not in the scriptures whatsoever as far as being a righteous man of the Most High. And guess what we just said? We just said Christmas has nothing to do with Christ.
Right.
Has nothing to do with his birthday, but it has everything to do with Nimrod.
Right.
You gotta realize, man, that Nimrod, he was a filthy, disgusting African, man. Filthy, disgusting African, man.
God.
Keep reading, guys, man. You know, like read that part like 3 times and then keep on reading, just so it can be embedded all throughout our mindset of how disgusting, you know, we are as a people for celebrating quote unquote Christmas.
Okay. Nimrod married his mother. Nimrod married his mother. Nimrod married his mother.
Keep going.
Yep. What could go wrong? Her name was Semiramis.
Mm-hmm. Yep, some remnants, yep.
Although she was known by many names in other cultures,
Mhm.
including the names of Ishtar, Astarte, Sammu Ramat, Isis, Inanna, Diana, Aphrodite, Venus, Easter,
What?
Easter,
Keep going.
and the Queen of Heaven.
Listen, man, we gotta realize
God dang.
that it's right in front of our faces, man.
Right.
It's right in front of our faces, man, and it's sickening, man.
Yeah.
Yes, it is so sickening to to the point where it's like, man, like, you know, sometimes, you know, like as Black Latinos and Native Days, we really just have to do a self-reality check.
Right.
Like, keep it real with ourselves, man.
Right.
It's almost like, you know, it's almost like when you go and apply for a job, you know what I'm saying? Like you try to find out what the like what the schedule is going to be. You try to find out, you know, like a little history on the company, and if this is truly fit for you, or is this a job that you truly want to? Oh, so like, 1 second, let me do this real quick, so it won't go out. I'm on. You understand? Like, you know, like what I'm saying, like, you know, like when we're trying to find a job, you know what I'm saying? We're applying and researching, we're trying to find that right fit for us. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's finances, whether it's, you know, location, or whether it's, you know, like the time of the schedule, we're trying to figure that out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to figure out what's best fits us.
God.
How come we can't be like that when it comes down to who we really are as Hebrew Israelites, according to the Bible? You know what I'm saying? How come we can't be like, man, you know what? I don't know about that, Christian pastor. That sounds a little off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that, you know, like quote unquote woke people. That sounds a little off.
Right.
You understand? I don't know about that so-called Africans. That sounds a little off. How come we can't, like dissect of what we like as far as what they call in Christianity as far as everlasting life.
Right.
You understand? How do you want to truly spend eternity? You understand? You want to spend eternity following these heathen customs, or do you want to live in eternity following the laws and statutes of the Most High God, man?
Right.
You understand? So we got to ask ourselves every single day. You have to, man. Every single day. You know why? Because guess what, man? Heathen customs comes around us every day, man. So guess what? Your zeal and your faith have to be so much stronger than what Esau has to provide for you, man.
Right.
You understand? Let's keep going.
Okay. The Bible tells us that Nimrod was Noah's great grandson.
Mhm.
Therefore, Semiramis, Nimrod's mother, was Noah's granddaughter.
We just get more sickening, dog.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's keep reading.
Nimrod's empire.
Mhm.
Nimrod was mighty and became the founder of ruler of the first world empire.
Mhm.
It's like the first worldwide empire known as Babylon. He was famous and known worldwide across numerous cultures. He went by many names, including Saturn, Osiris, Apollo, Nerari, and Ninus, and the one world ruler. He declared himself a god and became the sun god of Babylon.
You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, we're not gonna get too much into this. That just goes into like a little history of Nimrod, for like his rulership, and so like in the great things that he did on earth. You understand? And like how much of a deviant he was like to marry his own mother.
Right.
But what I want you to do now, Kyle, is I want you to read down. I want you to scroll down a little bit. Like I said, this article is very, very long.
Okay.
We may not even be able to get through all this article. Go to where, scroll down to where it says Nimrod's legacies continues.
Okay. Nimrod's legacy continues. When Nimrod died in 2167 BC, his mom/wife promoted the idea that Nimrod had been a god. She also claimed that full-grown evergreen trees were springing up from the dead tree stumps.
You understand? So now you understand. Like they have this, like this concept of, since Nimrod, was unalive and he died. You understand that? When they buried him, they said that these evergreen trees, they did what? They sprouted up. So they believe that what? That Nimrod was a god, all because of that alone. All because of that alone. All right. Let's keep reading.
A few years later, Semiramis, Nimrod's mom/wife, claimed that she was visited by the spirit of Nimrod, who made her pregnant. It's like it. Who made her pregnant through immaculate conception.
Come on now. We know, once again, we know that immaculate conception is what? Is against the Most High. You understand? And, believe it or not, this is where they get married from as well, too. And it's going to go down to, as far as Mary was, like conceived through immaculate conception, through the Most High, all that nonsense. It's all of it has an origin. You understand? And once we dig deep into it, and once we understand it, I realize, man, that something has to be a lie, but something also has to be the truth. You understand? Let's keep reading if you don't mind, brother.
Notice Satan's repeating pattern to mimic God's story and attempt to become a god.
You understand? And that's where the issue was, man. You understand? When Nimrod's wife, I'm gonna say wife, it's just so disgusting. Nimrod, well, I'm reading how it says in this article, mom/wife. You understand? When Nimrod's mom/wife, once again, came up with this immaculate conception idea that what? Oh man, you know what? He may be a god, or he may be this and he is that. You know what I'm saying? Look at this miracle happen because he was buried and now evergreen trees are being sprouted up. You understand? And this whole thing when what else she said? She said that Nimrod came and talked to her. You understand? Doesn't that somewhat sound familiar to the Christian philosophy when it talks about how God came and talked to Mary, and at that given time when they believe, as far as Christians believe, that's when like she got pregnant through immaculate conception. I realized, man, that these origins is lining up with something that is so evil and is so horrible, man. Let's keep reading. Hey, so I really gotta use a bathroom. Somebody just hold it down for like 2 seconds. A lot. And you can read it over on the next slide.
I can read it from the top if you want me to.
Yeah, just read it.
All right. You said read from the top or read where I stopped.
You can read from the top.
A few years later, I can never say her name. Semiramis, Nimrod's mother / wife claimed that she was visited by the spirit of Nimrod, who made her pregnant through immaculate conception.
Right. He already explained this, right?
Yeah, he already explained it.
Look, you already know what that is. It's very similar to what you know about today being married. You know what I'm saying? Having Christ as a man. You know what I'm saying? Calling him a demigod. He was born through immaculate conception, born through the Holy Spirit impregnating and marrying, this is where that comes from, and also other things. So that's where we get that from. Go ahead.
Notice Satan's repeating pattern to mimic God's story and attempt to become a god. The Immaculate Conception isn't true, but we have seen entities, fallen angels, impregnate women. Good night.
Get your point out to it, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's saying that we got entities, right, of impregnated women, and they go into, saying the Genesis, right, which we understand the main story that creates this is Christianity story of that, right, which is the main one. This is just the whole reason why they say Jesus Christ's birthday is on December 25th. They just remixed it now today. It was like they made a whole new religion and creation of it now. Now we stuck doing the same thing.
I guess you're lying about that. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Okay.
You broke that down pretty decent. Go ahead.
Right under that paragraph, it says, the fallen angels, at least those who blaspheme God to procreate with humans, were no longer on earth at this time because they were thrown into hell.
We can skip all that. I'm trying to find that one part on there. Probably let's go down to where it says, but we know other demonic entities.
Okay. But we know other demonic entities can play a role here. There's also one fallen angel known as Satan, still roaming the earth. He, the leader of the other fallen angels, can also procreate with humans. Semiramis bore a son named Tammuz, also known as Thammuz, Gilgamesh, Dumuzid, and Dumud the shepherd, Dumuzid or Horus, who she claimed to be the reincarnation of her deceased son / husband, Nimrod.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that Horus was the reincarnation of Nimrod. So I'll have to do a little bit more research on that within the Bible. But one thing that that was correct about this was that reincarnation. So we all understand that reincarnation is 100% real, 100% true. You know what I'm saying? So if we don't take anything out of this, you know what I'm saying, take that reincarnation part out, because reincarnation is real.
Right.
But let's keep reading though.
Okay. The satanic ideas of Semiramis and the birth of Tammuz are the beginning of the belief of reincarnation in all pagan religions. This birth makes Nimrod and then Tammuz in the first Christ imposters, or the type of Antichrist, and the date of the birth for the reincarnated Nimrod, now called Tammuz, is December 25th.
Is what time?
December 25th.
When is quote unquote Christmas?
December 25th.
When is quote unquote Jesus Christ's birthday?
December 25th.
So we realizing that Christmas has nothing to do with Christ, along with that December 25th has nothing to do with Christ, man.
Right.
It all has to do with Nimrod, man. And we read what Nimrod was all about. You understand? We've seen how wicked and how disgusting he truly is, man. But once again, now this right here is when it get, go into a little bit deeper stuff. And we're going to continue to read. All right, Kyle?
Okay. All right. Remember, Semiramis was the mother / wife and then widow to the worldwide ruler. So to secure her region, she devised a way of keeping the spirit of Nimrod alive. She already defied Nimrod as Baal, the sun god, but needed a way for Nimrod to return to the people. After consulting her astrologers, Semiramis was informed that the sun dies on December 21st, the darkest day of the year, but begins to return to life again on the eve of December 25th as the days grow longer.
Now, it's saying the eve of what? December 25th, meaning what? Christmas Eve.
Right.
You understand?
There you go.
Like, like, once again, man, like it's so bluntly right in front of our faces, man, that we won't even believe it as people. You understand? Now we're going, like we're going into Christmas Eve, we're going into Christmas. You understand? It's talking about, like the darkest day of the year, hobbity. You understand? But more importantly, man, we as a people, man, like, and I hate to keep saying this, man, but it has to be all throughout our mindsets so we can have that whitewashed philosophy out of our mindsets, man.
Right.
Christmas has nothing to do with Christ's birthday, man. We read it, man. And guess what? It's many articles that you can read, man. Many books that you can read about this, man. So many. You understand? Hell, I believe this article is from 2022. You understand? But guess what? Nimrod history is way before we was even thought of, man. You understand?
Right.
I realize, man, that it is very, very, very it's a dark place to be in, man.
Right.
When we are celebrating these holidays, man. When we talking about being all jolly and being all happy, you understand? It seems like everybody on earth wants to smile these days, man. You understand? Everybody on earth is smiling right now. You understand? Because they're in that quote unquote holiday spirit, man. But come after the like the 2nd of July, it's like it just dies down. You know what I'm saying? People, go back to cussing everybody out, and everybody have road rage. You understand? I'm just thinking, like, man, like, how come we can't be like that when it comes to the Most High, man?
Right.
When it comes to following these law, statutes, and commandments, man. When it comes to being in the highest you can, commanded Jenny Hunter, man. How come we can't have that same mindset, man? Then I realized, man, that white society has truly done a number on God's chosen people. Truly has, man.
That's right.
Truly has, man. Let's keep reading, Kyle.
Okay. With this astrological information in mind, Semiramis claimed that on the anniversary of Nimrod Tammuz's birthday, December 25th, Nimrod's spirit would visit these trees, the evergreen trees that return from the dead.
Evergreen trees that return from the dead. The evergreen trees that return from the dead. Doesn't that sound familiar, like that Christmas tree?
Right.
You understand? That's exactly what it is. Let's go to the Christmas tree in the Bible, man. What's that? Jeremiah 10.
Okay.
Let's get that, man. Because we gotta realize, man, as a people, as a whole, man, that we have to just stop doing this, man. And guess what? It's gonna take a little time. You know what? You understand? But guess what? We have to continue to thrive, man, for this perfection, man. You got that?
Con.
Go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 2. Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cut up a tree out of the forest.
You understand? Where did we get a evergreen tree from? From that forest, don't we? You understand? We get that evergreen tree from the forest. Keep reading.
The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
Keep going.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
You understand? In today's society, don't we, as a people, deck that Christmas tree with silver and gold?
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
They fastened it with nails and with hammers, that it moved not.
You understand? And don't we, like for the ones that, go out and actually get a real Christmas tree, isn't it fastened with nails so it won't move? Or, even if you got an imitation tree, they have like a little, almost like a little bowl that's, that's fastened with those nails and those screws, like,
Right.
so it won't move. You understand? I realize, man, that, that Christmas tree is evil.
Right.
And we're reading about it right now. It says Nimrod's spirit would visit these trees. So those evergreen trees that you put in your household, it's the spirit of Nimrod, man. You understand? And here we are thinking that what? It's a jolly, it's a jolly day, or it's a great day for Christmas today. You understand?
That's right.
Stop doing this, Black Latinos and Indian, man, women and a child. You have to truly come back, man, to this truth. We have to come back to our nature, to our true culture, according to this Bible, man. We can start reading the scripture. We're gonna go back to the article.
Okay. And Nimrod, the evergreen trees that return from the dead, and Nimrod / Tammuz would leave gifts under them. Does that sound familiar to the current Christmas ritual today?
Come on, man. Does it not sound, familiar? You know what I'm saying? Now, in in a lot of articles, it gets very, very brutal. And I see why a lot of articles is taking that part out. But what a lot of people, as far as what we don't know is for the ones that didn't bring Christmas trees. I mean, so like didn't bring gifts or presents, and they didn't put it up under the tree. That's what happened to them. They became those ornaments. They would chop off their head and hang it on an ornament, and hang it as an ornament to remind everybody else that they must give some type of gift or a present and put it up under that tree on December 25th, or their heads was going to be severed and they were going to be like that ornament. Right. You understand? Like the ornament that they have on the trees now, the little it's shaped like a ball. You understand?
Right.
Shaped like a ball, and they hang it. You understand? On the Christmas tree. Do they not?
Yeah, correct, sir.
If you go into history, you understand, and if you go into other articles and other books, you may gotta do a little searching. Maybe not a whole lot, but they were severing a person's head off. Put some type of put some type of nail in it and a fixture, you know what I'm saying? And they would hang it on that evergreen tree, man, to remind everybody else that what? Let me get that present, or this is going to be you. Right. You understand? Now, how evil is that, man? You understand? We're reading that the Christmas tree in the Bible, you understand, is not what we're supposed to be doing. And we're reading it and get a little bit more archaic history on what they used to do with the Christmas tree. And guess what? We as a people, we still want to do it, man. We still want to follow these things, man. We as Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, man, we have to truly come together, man. That's the only thing that's going to be able to save God's chosen people, man. If we continue to come together, man, and continue to rise over this nation, man, that never gave a damn about us.
Right.
Never gave a damn about us, man. You understand? Let's go to the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 8.
The book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 8. For laying aside the commandment of the Most High, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do.
You understand? We got to realize, man, that we are laying. It's almost like we're turning our ways and turning our eyes against the law, statutes, and commandments. Man, you understand? We are turning away from everything that the Most High had taught us to do. Keep reading.
And he said unto them, full well, ye reject the commandment of the Most High.
You understand? And we are rejecting what again?
The commandment of the Most High,
Keep going.
that ye may keep your own tradition.
That you may do what?
Keep your own tradition.
Are we keeping our own traditions these days? You understand? Are we keeping those traditions that what? That we have no idea what we're serving?
Right.
You understand? I bet you if we do a survey of 100 Black Latinos and Native Indians, I will almost want to bet on it, which is so sadly that over 80% will not know the true story of Nimrod. You understand? A lot of them, they may have heard of it, but as far as like getting this history and getting it in the Bible, we probably won't even know it, man.
Right.
And that's a sad thing to think about, man. Truly a sad thing to think about, man. Go to what's that scripture, man? Give me one moment. I'm gonna find it. It's in Timothy. I'm gonna say 2 Timothy 3 and 4. 2 Timothy 3 and 4. I want to say.
Come on. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 4. Traitors.
That's not it. Hold on.
It's like
Go to try First Timothy. No, 2 Timothy 4 and 3.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4, and verse 3. For the time will come
That's it right there. Keep going.
when they will not endure sound
They will
doctrine.
not endure what?
Sound
You
doctrine.
understand? We are in those times now where we are not enduring what? That sound doctrine. Now. We are not enduring sound doctrine to the point where we prepare for another doctrine throughout the whole year, man. Think about it, man. Black Latinos and Native Indians, we slave, we work hard, we do overtime, all for what? For this time of the year right here. You understand? We spending so much money. Man.
Right.
Right. So many years ago, you understand, we should do research on how much money is spent. It's like how much money is spent during the holiday spirit. Man. See, it's in the billions, man. Billions and billions of dollars is getting spent within a week span. You understand? We working overtime, you understand? We working, 3, 4, 5 jobs. Also, we can do what? Also, we can get that present, man. And just think about what you're truly sacrificing, man. And we don't even know what we're sacrificing, man. Then we as, men of the Lord, gotta, do a self-evaluation of ourselves and be like, you know what? We can't be content, man. There's more brothers and sisters that are out there that needs to hear this truth, that needs to stop being lied to. And guess what? We have it in us. You understand? Because we love the Lord, man. You understand? We're following these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. We're doing exactly what's supposed to be done. But guess what? There's still somebody out there, man.
Right.
So don't become content, man. Keep reading, brother.
But after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
Having what?
Having itching ears.
Whatever sounds right. Whatever sounds good. That's what they're going to go after.
That's
You
right.
understand? Whatever sounds good, whatever sounds right, that's what's going to sound. That's what they're going to, go to. Because, I want to be a part of the cool crew. I want to be what's in. You understand? Like I want to, do with everything that's great. You understand? And then that's when you get into what? Into Nimrod, the story of Nimrod, and this is mother/wife. You know what I'm saying? You get into that origin and that history of what? Of Christmas and that evergreen tree. You understand? Then it kind of comes back home, man.
Right.
You understand? Then it kind of come back home, man. You understand? I realize, man, that, I take this thing a little bit more serious. Now keep reading, brother.
And they shall turn away their ears from the truth.
They should do what again?
Turn away their ears from the truth.
Aren't we seeing that day in and day out? We're seeing brothers and sisters turning their whole lives away from the truth, man. Their whole lives away from the truth. Why? Because guess what, man? They don't want to, they don't want to follow the God, law, statutes, and commandments, man. They don't want to stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to stop celebrating Christmas. You understand? They don't want to stop celebrating Halloween in their brothers, like in their birthdays.
Right.
You understand? They love being alcoholics. You understand? They love that marijuana. You understand? They love those other drugs and popping the pills. You understand? They just love it. You understand? But it kind of it has to come to the point, man, where you gotta be like, man, what am I doing wrong? I got to be doing something wrong. You understand? And you should be, and we as a people, as a whole, should be striving for that perfection every single day and all the time, man. All the time, man. You understand? We have to, day in and day out. Keep going.
And shall be turned unto fables.
You understand? And they turn it into fables, man. Those false gods, man. Those false beliefs, those false religions. You understand? All that is garbage, man. All that is just straight up and down garbage, man. And it should not be in our heads, man. In our mindsets. None whatsoever. You understand? Drop that. Go to Isaiah chapter 30. Let me see here. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 moment here.
Yeah, see.
1 moment.
That means this.
Yeah. 1 moment. I go to Isaiah chapter 30, in verse 10.
Khan. The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 10.
You understand? And this is for, for God's chosen people, talking about Black Latinos and Native Indians. We should be listening to this right here, very, very strong right here, man, because we are experiencing it right now. Go ahead, read, brother.
Khan. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
You understand? It's like we come to the point where we don't even want to hear the truth. You understand?
Right.
We don't want to hear that this Bible is only for God's chosen people. Hell, we don't even want to hear that Christ is a black man. You understand? Can we believe that we're in 2025, about to be quote unquote 2026, and there are still people that believe that Christ is a white man with stringy hair and blue eyes? That's just mind-boggling, man. But it's true though, man. You understand? Because we have that thing called Stockholm syndrome, man. You understand? And it's a sad thing, man. You understand? It's a very, very sad thing, man. And we should be truly, get some type of zeal, man. Just have something worked up in you that be like, you know what? I need to do more work. You understand? Let me contact my camp leader right now and see what I can be doing. Let's see what I can be doing right now. You understand?
Right.
You got to get it, man. You got to realize, man, that these are our brothers and sisters that are out here that, that are lost. And more importantly, we was once them. You understand? That's the most important thing, that we were once them. You understand? That right there, man, that should, that should truly drive us up, man, to make us want to just do the will of the Most High, man, and continue to do this work, man, time after time and day after day, man. Go to we're gonna get a couple more scriptures and then we're gonna get ready to close it out. Let me see if I want to go here. Go to 2 Corinthians real quick. Yeah, go to 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Give me 1 second here. I may have you go somewhere else first. I want to make sure this is the right scripture I want right here. Yeah, just hold 2 Corinthians real quick. Let me just make sure that this is the right one. Yes. Matter of fact, hold 2 Corinthians. Go to Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12, okay? This is the one that I meant to go to earlier. Well, let's go to Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children, are their oppressors.
He said what?
Children are their oppressors.
Aren't we doing Christmas for the children?
Right.
You understand? Aren't we doing this for the kids? Aren't we, like continue to tell them that this is Christ's birthday? You understand? And and another thing that don't make no sense, right? If it's Christ's birthday, why ain't he getting the gifts? You understand? It's like we're surrounded around everybody else, giving everybody else gifts. You understand? But nah, what? It's supposed to be Christ's birthday. You understand?
Right.
But the Bible says that children are all oppressors, man. Keep reading.
And women rule over them.
And what?
And women rule over them.
Keep going.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err,
Mm-hmm.
and destroy the way of thy path.
You understand? We are truly, truly destroying our ways or our paths. Why? Because the children are our oppressors, man. You understand? Hell, and the woman right behind them, man. Not too far behind them, man. You understand? Don't be a father, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a single father that's trying to do any and everything for his family. Don't come on quote unquote Christmas empty handed. Everybody's gonna cut you out. You understand? Over a present. Go ahead now, y'all. I didn't see your hand right there.
You good? It's like you said something heavy. Why aren't people? If this is supposed to be Christ's birthday,
Mm-hmm.
why aren't people handing out gifts for Christ? But that gift should be you changing your life. You
That
keeping
part.
that law, statutes, and commandments.
Mhm.
If you really want to truly honor Christ and the Most High, you would change your ways.
Mhm.
You would stop smoking weed. You would
Come on,
stop the sexual whore. You would stop selling dope. You
Come
would
on,
stop unaliving your brother.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to give Christ something, you give them. You give them a gift by changing your life.
Yeah, I'm right.
You understand? It's like how you.
And that's heavy that you say that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the best thing that we as Black Latinos and Native Indians that we can do for ourselves, man. It's the best thing that we can do.
Right.
It's to give up our lives for the true Christ, Mashiach, Yahushua HaMashiach. It's the best thing that we can do for ourselves, man. It's to give up our lives for him, man, and serve him, man. Serve the Most High, man, with all your might, man, and never give up, man. No matter what anybody says about you, man. You understand? You best believe, man, family members are going to come up against you. Your old friends going to come up against you. But guess what? You should do. You know what, man? It's no sweat, man. Go ahead, brother.
I was just gonna say, since you said like family members would like come up against us, that's
Mhm.
what I do. Like I had to kick with the Israelite school at UPK with
Damn right.
like-minded people, because can two walk together unless they be agreed? Like
Come
you
on,
say,
brother.
Amos, if I know y'all are like-minded,
Mhm.
I gotta pick up that phone. I gotta come to class. Like
Damn
I
right.
have to deal with family regular. I be cordial. but
Right,
I
exactly.
gotta make sure I'm around the body.
Damn right, damn right.
Yeah.
Damn right, man. Get that brother a hand, man. Yes, and he said something very, very heavy, man. You understand? Because guess what? Just because you're a Hebrew Israelite, you understand? Like, we're not saying, like, disown your family. You know what I'm saying? And that's another way that Christianity is so evil, man. Because they want you to be a Christian. They're gonna throw it. I mean, like, they just gonna be, you gotta be a Christian, you gotta be a Christian, you gotta be a Christian. You gotta celebrate Thanksgiving, you gotta celebrate Christmas, you gotta come around, you know what I'm saying, like on my birthday, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give me a gift on Mother's Day and Father's Day. You have to do these things.
Right.
And guess what? They're gonna disown you if you don't. But not hearing this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't disown our parents, man. We don't disown our family members, man. Guess what? We can love them from afar. We can continue to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, and pray to the Most High that that they see the works that the Most High is doing within you, and say, you know what? Something changing about this brother. Something changing about this sister. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to just check it out. Maybe I just need to, shut my mouth and listen. You understand? Maybe I need to just give it a try. Who knows? You understand? But the most important thing for us, man, is to never give up, man, and keep striving for that perfection, man. I got a couple more scriptures, but I'm not gonna go through all of them. This will be the last one. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 5.
God. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5.
Mhm.
Casting down
imaginations, and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
What did Nimrod try to do?
Exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
Come on, man. You understand? We gotta realize, man, that you know, when it comes to man, we gotta realize, man, that they have no knowledge that can surpass the Most High, man.
Right.
But we do have people, and other people that think of themselves as God themselves, or hell, if not God Himself. You understand? Those are the ones that we have to be very, very real about and stay away from them. You understand? Hell, wasn't that devil named Charlie Kirk? Everybody looked up to Charlie Kirk, man. You understand? And his own people unalived him, and guess what? Black people were still to blame. You understand? Look at Donald Trump. It's a lot of people that just love Donald Trump, man. But look what he's doing to our Issacharite brothers,
right,
in the other 10 tribes, man. You understand? Hell, everybody look up to Barack Obama. I truly hate Barack Obama, man. You understand? Not just the fact that he's an African, of just what he done to God's chosen people, man. And everybody looked up to him, man. Everybody looked up to Barack Obama, man. Everybody was bamboozled when it came to Barack Obama, man. Everybody was, man. We just thought that, oh yeah, Mr. First Black President, he about to look out for us. He about to do this, he about to do that, and did not give a damn about us, man. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say like that's the hidden agenda, because like Barack Obama, skin color, might be the same, but he's a Hamite, so he's not even our people. So he wasn't gonna give a damn about us, the big talk community, because Hamites, they get treated better by white folks already. So why would he give a fuck about the Negroes?
You understand? That's very heavy that you say that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's evident, man. It's evident that Black, Latinos, and Native Indians, we have a common enemy now. And that's everybody else.
Yeah.
That's not Black, Latino, or Native Indian. You understand? Going from the Chinese, you understand? Like they got those hair shops, and we've seen so many videos of our sisters going in there and they not stealing something, but they getting accused of stealing something, and they getting beat up. You understand? And getting falsely accused. You gotta realize, man, that we have a common enemy, and the best thing for us to do is just stay with one another, man. Keep reading, brother.
And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach.
You understand? We gotta realize, man, that that this truth, man, is gonna truly set God's chosen people free, man, and not in free of a sense of that we're gonna be rulers over this earth now. In a future tense, absolutely, because the Bible supports that. But now, talking about free, man, it's like, man, like we're gonna be able to read this Bible, like, man, you know what? I got something to look forward to. Right. You understand? I'm gonna be a future ruler over this place, man. You understand? I'm gonna continue to have white people kiss my boots, man. You understand? Hell, I'm gonna have white society as my slaves. You understand? That's what we're gonna have, man. And that's something that we should be looking forward to, man. Day in and day out, man, every single day, man. You understand? Once again, man, let's make sure, man, that we are not as a people celebrating that disgusting Christmas, and that we know the true history of Christmas, and we rate it, time at the time, that it has nothing to do with Christ, has nothing to do with his birthday, but everything to do with Nimrod, everything to do with his mom and his mom/wife. You understand? And as we are God's chosen people, man, we should be following these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. With that, man, I'm passing the class over. Who I'm passing over to? Pass over 3 songs for 9 yards.
Yeah, preaching top of the hand, man. We are the ISBK, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When they new brother and sister, when the new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, teacher, he'll arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. It's like there is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, if a brother or sister, it's like if a brother or sister has an interest in each other, it's like mess that out. Let's say there is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, a brother or sister would get permission from the head to marry. Ties, it is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi 3, 8 and 10 means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'asher, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest. Whatsoever, it's like free will offering for a priest, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. We got up next, we got the Feast of Purim. This is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. This is Friday, February 19th and Saturday, February 20th, 2026 for 8 days. You can find this in Esther chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. Reminding Akim and Agua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, y'all rise. Salute the brothers. Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Amaju, Barak, Sorry, we're gonna face the sisters. Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Amaju, Barak. How was Shamal Thabashim Al Shah? Hazamata, class dismissed.